Hello there, and welcome once again to Building the Ark Show with yours truly, Rose Shiko. This is a podcast where we focus on ourselves. We talk about personal growth, self building, and personal development. Building the Ark is about hope, encouragement, transformation, and living life to the fullest with purpose and intention. And today's show is titled Difficulty in Building. At one point during building, you may have heard the words, it's too difficult or it is too hard. Let me begin by telling you a little story. Back in high school, our math teacher was teaching us a topic in math called navigation. And he began by telling us navigation is very, very hard. Do not even bother with it. Because even when the question comes up on the final exam, it's a choice of two questions. So always choose the other option. Don't choose the question about navigation. And thinking about this, he did not teach us how to face a problem and work on a problem. He was basically teaching us avoid this math problem, which translates to if you ever face anything difficult, choose the option that's easier, choose the option that is simpler. He was basically telling us that we are not capable, we are not able. But difficulty is not a bad thing because we can learn from difficult situations, we can learn from difficult options. And number one, difficult does not mean impossible. It just means it's harder to accomplish. In the book of Luke chapter 5, verse 4 to 10, it says, when he finished speaking, he said to Simon Peter, put out into the deep water and lower your nets for a catch. And Simon replied, Master, we worked hard all night to the point of exhaustion and caught nothing in our nets. But at your word, I will do as you say and lower the nets again. And when they had done this, they caught a great number of fish, and their nets were at the point of breaking. They thought it was impossible. They thought it was hard because they had tried it all night. They were exhausted. But difficult does not mean it's impossible. It still can be done. Number two, difficult means that there's more effort that's required. You're going to face obstacles, hindrances, and hardships. But if you look at a college degree, it requires more effort than a high school diploma. So it just means there's more effort that is required if something is difficult, if something is hard. And in Mark chapter 9, verse 14 to 29, is a story where the disciples of Jesus could not cast out a demon. And Jesus told them, such come out through prayer and fasting. It's not just prayer, you have to add fasting to it. So with some difficult situations, it just needs more effort. Difficult also means confidence, having that confidence that I can do it, it can be done. Goliath had intimidated everybody, a whole army. But David was confident enough to take him down. And this story is found in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17. And David said that I have taken down a bear and a lion. That's his confidence speaking. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that defies the armies of the living God? Basically, he was saying, who does he think he is? I know who I am. I'm a child of the living God. He's an uncircumcised Philistine. So he had confidence. And his confidence was able to put Goliath down. Number 4, difficult means never giving up. You have to keep pushing, keep pressing on. In the book of Luke chapter 8, verse 1 to 18, is a story about a woman who kept going to see a judge. And finally, the judge just gave in and said, I will give her what she wants because she's going to wear me out. So when something is difficult, It just means keep pushing, keep pressing like this woman. Number 5, difficult means that you need divine intervention. You need God's help to see you through. The disciples were in the midst of a storm in the book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 23 to 27. And they were in a panic, but they cried out to Jesus, who woke up because he was asleep, and he calmed the storm. Sometimes when it's difficult, you need God's divine intervention. So do not stop because something is difficult. Difficult means it can still be done. It just needs a more effort. It needs your confidence. It means no giving up. And above all, you need that divine intervention from God. And thank you for listening. Join us again for another episode where we continue on this journey of personal growth and personal development. Please share, subscribe, forward the link, tell a friend, leave a comment. So stay safe out there, keep healthy, and be resilient as you build. This has been yours truly, Rose Shiko, with Building the Ark.